Well, I was pleased with how we played and how we defended, how we shot the ball, how we passed it to one another. We got everybody in the game, and everybody that went in the game played well. But now it's on to that next round, and it's just you're playing a team from the ACC who did damage, and they're physical. They out-rebounded Texas by 25. Think about that, 25 rebounds. They got 20 offensive rebounds against Texas, who prides itself in that toughness and that rebounding. That's the one thing you're not going to beat them with, and they did. They've got their little point guard, Smith, who is as good as he's Devin Downing that beat us at South Carolina. They've got size. They're big. I just watch tape, and you get sick to your stomach. I hate watching too much tape because you start oh my gosh, how are we going to even stay on a court with these guys? But they're really good. They're well coached. Dino does a great job, and we're just going to try to do what we have to be ready to go. Hopefully, I'm more experienced. Hopefully, I've mellowed. Have I mellowed? I don't think I have. Much grayer, I'm going to tell you that. But the experience that you have as you go through this is my 18th year as a head coach at the major college level. I was an assistant for 6 years at a major. I was in the NBA 3 years or 4 years, whatever it was. So I've been doing this a long time. And the longer you're in it, there's not a whole lot you're going to see that you haven't seen somewhere. But I'll tell you, the reason we had success at UMass, we had terrific players. The reason we had success at Memphis, we had terrific players. The reason we're having success here is not because they hired me, it's because this group of players came. Think about it, 6 new guys and 6 returning players, starters who are now 9th and 10th on the team and accepting their roles. But this team is inexperienced and immature at times. My teams at Massachusetts were not. They were veteran teams as we went deeper in the tournament. My teams at Memphis were veteran teams. All in all, most of them, were that way, not this young.
Do that.
The thing that has made this hard is, again, their inexperience and immaturity of their age, which they're so young, deal with it. Or don't have them on your team. Play somebody else. That's what you're going to get when you get a bunch of young kids together. They laugh. They grab each other. Tickle their ear in the middle of practice. Why are you doing that? Stop. We're practicing. They're kids. To get them to play together, you got to make sure as you recruit them, they're good teammates. You have to see if a guy's not a good teammate, I truly wouldn't want him. I want to know that the other players like him. I want to know that. And they'll like him because they all know he is for them. And then the other side of it is you got to say this is what we're about. If they've got to buy into being a great defensive team, a great rebounding team, a team that is great from offense to defense and from defense to offense, we're flying, and a team that tries to help each other. You're out there for each other. You're your brother's keeper.